Hello! So, replacing the lower intercooler hose. There are two parts to your intercooler hose. There's the upper part, which I replaced in a previous video, and doing some maintenance on my van, I replaced the lower part recently, so this is how you do it. This is the intercooler hose. This is the lower intercooler hose. For this repair, you will need a star key wrench set, an Allen key wrench set, a flathead screwdriver, some pliers. I would recommend some latex gloves and some shop towels. I had neither and I really wished that I had. Step 1, move the grate from the front of your van. You will need all the tools at your disposal for this one. I'm not sure why Mercedes does it this way, but like they have 7 different types of fasteners to keep your grate on. Step 2, remove the right headlight. Technically it's the left, but if you're looking at the front of the van, it's the right. So remove the left headlight. This is super easy. There's a plug in the back. You literally just go boop. Step 3, you take off the part of the van, I don't know what it's called. You take off this little metal dish tray section, but take this part of the van off, set it aside. So I'm actually gonna take off this whole piece. I'm gonna take off the top part, which is a lot of pieces to remove, but then I can get in there easily enough. Step 4, locate the lower intercooler hose. You will need to remove 2 bolts. Now I have to take off those 2 bolts here and that hose clamp there. And 1 hose clamp. Then you just pull the lower intercooler hose out. Step 5, on the intercooler hose itself, there are little, I assume they're computer parts, reading the quality of the air inside. Maybe someone smarter than I can tell me what it is, but basically a little clip with wires attached to it going to the car, so you have to pull that off, and then there's a tiny little computer part that you need to pull off as well. This piece right here needs to go in the new intercooler hose, and looks delicate, but I got that end off, and I got these 2 clips off. The second little computer part has 2 bolts holding it on as well. And the final step is put everything back together the way that you found it. Reattach those pieces, reattach that clip, this hose clamp, that hose clamp, and these 2 bolts. And then it should be good. Take the new intercooler hose, put the 2 computer parts in, attach the lower intercooler hose with 2 bolts, put the hose clamp around, tighten that shit down, tighten everything really, really tight. You don't want this coming loose. Put the little dish back on, put the headlamp in, put the grate on, close her up, and you're good. If you're curious, this was part of my epic transmission failure saga that happened in the spring of 2018. I didn't realize my transmission was out and I was replacing a whole bunch of things, and one of the things I thought it could be was the lower intercooler hose. After trying a bunch of things, eventually I had to take it to a mechanic and they were like, your transmission's crapped out. I was like, shit. So anyway, that's how to replace the lower intercooler hose. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. You can follow me on all the socials at One Chick Travels for Facebook and Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at Kaya Says. You can go to my website at onechicktravels.com. And if you want to support more of these videos, you can go to patreon.com/onechicktravels. If nothing else, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.